Some people simply just don't want better for themselves. As harsh as it sounds, it's okay. We spend so much time trying to motivate others, pushing them towards something greater, only to realize that they didn't ask us to do that. It's frustrating when you see people that you love and care about stay stuck while you're elevating, while you're moving forward. You're evolving to something greater and they're not. It's frustrating when people you care about they stay stuck and you grow. But one of the hardest, most freeing lessons in life is learning to let people just be where they're at. It's okay. And we're going to talk about it. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Tamaya Robles. I'm your credit expert. I am the owner of my company, Fix My Credit Now 850.com. I am the host of this podcast, Coast to Coast Credit, and I'm also NAREB High Desert Chapter President out here in Victorville, California. What's good, y'all? Did you miss me? Did you miss me, baby? But no, I'm just messing with you guys. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. I got y'all covered. Don't worry. Anytime I go on a little break, I do make up for it. However, there's been some slight changes within my home. Want to give you a heads up just so if you hear some shit, you know what it is. I got two new baby cats, two kittens. My house is full of animals. I'm not a fan, but I do it for the children's. But these baby kittens, they have no chill. So if you hear them chomping in the background, eating, whatever, you know I don't edit. So understand I got two new baby kittens in the house. All right. Anyway, how y'all been doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I hope that you were listening to some of my old podcasts. Actually, I can see my analytics and I see that people are still listening and downloading and subscribing and scheduling and doing all the things. So I appreciate it. But I just like to stay on top of the podcast. I do. That's just my thing. That's my twist. So when I am gone for a bit, I just like to make up for it. That's it. That's all. So anyway, what I just talked about was was pretty intense, pretty heavy. Um, it is what it is. It's reality. It's life, and we're going to talk about it. So, I always like to talk about personal things and connect it to credit because it is personal. Your personal lifestyle, your credit, are one. It's all combined. But in the credit world, I do see people all the time. They say they want better credit. They're looking at so and so who had better credit and what they can do and all the things, and they want that too. But their actions don't align with what they want. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, them people, they say they want this, they want that, but they do nothing to actually accomplish that goal. And that definitely includes credit. And I'm on the other end of that because being an expert, I see that when people schedule their consultations, I have people literally schedule consultation with me, want to hear what I have to say, love it, are excited about it, all of the things, but they don't execute it. They don't complete it. They don't move forward with credit repair, not even just with me, but with themselves. And you guys know, if you go on my website, fixmycreditnow850.com, I have a DIY section. Everything is officially free now. Okay. All my ebooks are free. My videos are free. You could download it for free. I give you all of these resources, even dispute letters. I'm putting it in your lap. Hey, if you don't want to pay for credit repair through a company, through my company, do it yourself. I've had clients schedule, I've talked to them, they were really excited about seeing me and talking to me, and then they miss their appointment. They avoid sending the information that I do need when they do sign. I've had people pay me and then disappear. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's the other way around. Usually I'm chasing people down so that they can pay me and all the things, but No, I've had people pay me and just not do anything. Okay. And I'm contacting them and call them, you could do it, trying to give all the words of encouragements and all the things. And guess what? If you don't have a desire to fix your credit and do better and want better, it's just not going to happen. I'm not trying to be negative in any way, shape, or form, but this is actually a reality of yourself. I have to tell people, if don't contact me if you're not serious. Don't contact me if you're not really looking to repair your credit, to better your circumstances, to even just get guidance, which is free. You can schedule a free consultation with me just so we can hash it out. You got 30 minutes of my time, but for the most part, yeah, like you can. I can't make you want this. You understand? I can't make you want it. And I can't force you to attend these appointments. I can't force you to do what I need you to do so we can work together to fix your credit. Now, I'm not sure what you call it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they don't understand the importance. It's just that the desire to change has outweighed the comfort of doing better. Okay. And that's just it is what it is. It's not necessarily laziness per se, because some people that, oh, they're just being lazy. No, it's just another side of human nature. And while it can be disappointing and frustrating, we have to learn to accept that. Okay. This mindset shows up in businesses too. It shows up with, you might have a coworker or a friend that that they got mad skills, they're capable, but have you ever met someone that didn't apply what their skills and their knowledge to their work or their business, or they were talked about being an entrepreneur? They might have even started a lot of, let's say, they might have started companies and started businesses, but they never finished it, right? Or they stayed at a job for X amount of years, but they never applied to elevate or to get a promotion or a raise. They didn't care. They didn't care, and they were just totally fine being stuck at that 9 to 5. They complain about the job. They might even complain about the hours and the pay and all the things, but they never take action to do better. Elevating requires effort, and not everybody's willing to invest in that. And investing in that means you have to actually invest in yourself. Okay. And while it seems like it's settling for them in their brain, they're at peace. They're good. They're good. Now, you on the outside looking in might be like, yo, sis or bro, or whomever, you know what I mean? Why are you doing this? Like, you've been here for 20 years. Tr- Try to at least be a manager or something, assistant to the assistant manager, somebody, something. But nah, they're in a happy place. And if sometimes you saying something about that, it's like you're shaking the nest here. You're poking at the sleeping bear. Like, leave them alone. I'm saying, if you can make suggestions as a friend, like kind of check their temperature. But if you know overall, like, this person is not going to try to elevate in their business, and it's not like they got a side hustle on the side, like this is it for them, then you kind of know, like, save your energy or try to, because it's going to be frustrating for you. The problem arises when these same people expect more without doing more. And then it's a higher issue when you try to make them, and that's not what their makeup is. I hope that makes sense. I hope that brings some sort of clarity and understanding. Now, relationships are also similar. Relationships are another space where this same characteristic plays out. Relationship meaning friends, family, even romantic partners that you're with. You'll notice that some people just don't want more. They don't want to elevate. There's been, think about it, there's people that's been in relationships for 20, 30 years, never get married, right? And maybe they give you all these long ass stories about marriage and how marriage is not necessary, it's just a piece of paper and all the things and this, that, and the third, right? but the reality is they just don't want to grow. They don't want to move forward. They are comfortable where they are at. And that's okay. We're not judging. We're not judging. This is not a platform where we're judging. This is a platform where we're talking about things, we're discussing things, and reasons why things are the way they are and how we can better them, identify a situation, better avoid, remove yourself, step away, whatever you need to do to elevate. Okay. But you have to be careful of who you're trying to elevate, because while you're trying to continue to push and support a dead animal, so to speak, a dead situation, then you're draining yourself as well. So now there's two negatives in a situation. Or is it technically one negative because the other person's comfortable and you're the only one that has a problem? You know what I mean? You gotta figure all that out. All right. But when you start changing, it can feel like you're leaving them behind. And I understand. But that dead weight, it turns into dead weight. And that dead weight is going to affect your relationship, it's going to affect your friendship, it's going to affect your job, it's going to affect your mental status, your mental health. And now you're not at peace because you're worried about the other mother. You know what I'm saying? The other mother. You know where I'm going. The other motherfucker. You can't. You cannot. Been there, done that. It's draining. It is. Even when it's your own kids. Now, mind you, your kids are only going to be kids for X amount of time and then they're adults. Now, there's a difference when you see people trying and making an attempt and they want to. And some people just have the worst of luck. I'm not talking about that, because if you have the tools and the resources, the time and energy and the wherewithal to constantly support someone like that, that's great. But there are those that talk about it and it feels like they want better and they've convinced you and they sold you on it, but they're not doing nothing. They're not trying to elevate. They're not that's who you want to be careful of. That's who you want to be careful. Not those that are trying and are just having a round of bad luck, but those that just are comfortable, right? The hardest part is knowing when to stop pushing. Now, you have to take responsibility, ownership for what you're doing on your end. When you see potential in someone, it's tempting to keep trying. It is. You're excited. It motivates you. That's your drive. But you understand it's yours and not theirs. It's yours and not theirs. You want to drag them to the future, but you see the aggression, you see the choice of words. You're dragging them. If someone really wants to do something, you don't have to force it. There's no force. There's no force. And your words and support and financial encouragement, however you support and encourage or whatever, it's more of a gentle nudge, a guidance, redirection in certain places and certain situations if they're kind of like going down the wrong direction to get to success, whatever the case may be. But if you have to drag someone, if you have to push them and constantly push them, and you're saying the same things over and over again, you're doing all the things, and they're not really moving, you're dragging someone who doesn't want to move. And that's just going to wear you out. People will change when they are ready to change, not when you are ready for them to change. Understand that. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. People will change when they're ready to change, not when you are ready for them to change. The more you try to force it, the more resilient and resentment builds. Letting go, it's not rejection, it's protection. You're protecting your friendship. You're protecting your loved one. You're protecting your own peace of mind. So, every time I said a couple episodes ago, every time I get on here and I talk about a problem, I like to have some sort of solution. Key thing here, focus on yourself. Period, point blank. Even when it's your adult babies, I get it. Focus on yourself. Protect your peace, protect your space. Set an example, okay? You can be a reference point. When you're having conversations, you don't have to necessarily give up per se, but you can just reiterate what you have done and not say it in like a braggy way, like, hey, I'm better than you and you're not doing shit. No, not in that way. But you should be proud of your accolades. You should be proud of the things that you're doing, and you should be able to share them with anyone and everyone. But use yourself as an example. You do not have to announce that you're moving on. If you do decide to move on, you just let it happen. You just move on. You just handle it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to write a letter like a Dear John, none of them things. But promote yourself, continue to do so, and exit stage left. That's my suggestion. And continue to pour into people who are open and willing. Okay. Just redirect your positive energy somewhere else. Share your story and your inspiration. You can post, you can do video, you can do all of the things. And those that need it will absorb it. Okay. And it might be somebody and you don't even know who they are, that you're touching, inspiring, and encouraging them. And that's great, But in the meantime, you've got to protect your own peace. All right. Hopefully this helped a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this helped. But I came across, I get my episodes, my inspiration from a lot of what I'm going through or what I've seen or heard recently, something going on in life and all the things. And I just happened to notice a pattern because now I'm on TikTok. So you can check me out on TikTok. I've always been on TikTok for I think the past couple of years, but I didn't put as much energy into it as I am now. And I'm getting a new round of consultations and new clients from this platform. But I recently had like a string of consultations and people are just so hyped and so excited, and then they don't continue on with the process, or they don't do it for themselves. They don't pay for my services or anybody else's services. They're just like, you know what, they give themselves an excuse as to why they didn't move forward. And I was like, you know what? I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it because this is a thing. This is a thing. Like some things and some topics that I talk about, I've known for quite some time. However, see, you hear the animals. They're actually okay. Don't worry, they're not killing themselves, but they fight and then they love each other. It's weird. But I've known for some time, but I'm so used to hearing it and seeing it that I didn't think I need to make a topic about it. And then again, it was just back-to-back consultations where people weren't following through it. I was like, you know what? Or like a lot of people will come later. They come when they're ready. You understand? If people are truly ready to move on and move forward and elevate themselves, they will. But a lot of times I have a whole bunch of current leads in my database right now. And I've had them as quote unquote current leads for over a year. And they'll say, "Oh, I want to do it." Yeah, they're stagnant. They're happy where they're at. They don't really want to move forward. I have a woman that follows me on Facebook, my Facebook groups, and she's been following me since that Facebook group has been created. And that's a very old Facebook group. Child, that woman, she says it every once in a while. I'll check on her. Hey, you ready? No, but I love your videos. I love following you. I love watching you. She's dead set where she's at, and that's okay. That's okay. So I don't even put any effort to her anymore, But other than that, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. Be sure to like, comment, share, follow, download, all of the things. I appreciate you. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, officially on TikTok regularly now. So be sure to check me out, drop some gems there. All you have to do is put Tamaya Robles. You'll find me, Credit Lady, all the things. You'll find me. You'll find me. In the meantime, you guys, I wish you the best of luck on your credit journey. I will talk to you